This is Irontrader, and this is Midday Trading. Today we're going to do a little update here on natural gas and on crude oil. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have natural gas. Okay, here's the futures. Now, right here is 1.80. That's the May contract. Okay, so when you look right here, that's what we're trading. Right now, my charts are still showing the April contract was sitting at 1.64. Okay, so what I'm going to show you here is actually the April contract because my charts haven't rolled here yet. Okay, so that's what I want to show you. But again, if you want to know where the futures are, just go to barchart.com and everything is right here for you. Just punch it up and then you can know all the futures here, 24, 25, all the way on up. But you can see here how they're progressively getting higher as the time goes on here. Okay, so always keep that in mind. Okay, here we have natural gas. Now remember this, I say this is still the April charts going on here, okay? So again, the April charts, the UNG is following the April charts here, okay? So is the BOIL, and same way with the KOLD, okay? So if you're long or short those ETFs, this is what the chart that you want to trade. Okay, so let's just look at what we had today. Now we have a series of lower lows here, okay? And you just could not get through this key 8 SMA here at 1.69. Now today, the low here so far, 1.589. So basically what you do is just look to the left of the chart here. What do you have here? You look at this candle right here, 1.581. Now that's holding very, very nice. If that's lost, you come over here to 1.57, and then we have the retest here at 1.52. Here on the upside, always watch this 8 SMA. You're sitting at 1.70, and we want to watch this 8 SMA here, basically 1.7, and then right above that here was we have your 21-day here at 1.76. Now, if you look at your 21-day, it flattened right out here nicely, and it's not down anymore. Same way with your 8 SMA here. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out. Now that we're back above here, see that 1.64? That's the key level here now back above. Okay, so we're sitting right there. So if you look at the top of this candle here, that 1.637, that is your support level here going next. So if we can stay above that, then you got a good shot here at this 8 SMA at that basically 1.70, and then we have your 1.76. That is going to be next here. Now I know it's a little confusing here with the contract roll going on here, but again, if you just trade the UNG, which actually had a really good move today, okay? So, yeah, I scalped 20 cents out of it here so far, out of the UNG. So you had 14.91 here on the low, and you had 15.20 here on the high. Now, that's during the day. It was lower here this morning in the pre-market there on the UNG. But I wanted to wait for it to shake out here until we can find a bottom. And it looks like that 1.58 is what the bottom is here so far. That is going to be the key. Again, if it's lost, then we looked at that 1.57 and then the retest 1.52. Okay, so that's what we want to look at. But right now, if you just put up you can scalp the UNG. Right now, you're still hanging good. It's only down like 3 cents. So a lot of times you can get a little shaken up here and say, oh, geez, where this all the way went all the way down. This went all the way here. But actually it did not go that far where you can still rate it in context here. Okay, so let's take a look here at an hourly and in a 4-hour chart. Okay, here we have that hourly chart. Now you can see here what we have. Okay, let me just take that down a little bit here. We had a good sideways action and it was holding that 1.64 level. Now you can see where today it broke right on down here. But again, this looks like this could be a possible reversal. Okay, but again, you really need to get above this level here, at least that 1.67, and start heading towards that 1.69 and that 1.70. That's really what we're kind of looking for, because what you don't want to do is just have this fall off again. So when you look at here on a 4-hour chart, okay, you come all the way down here to that 1.58, which held support basically on that candle on your daily chart. Okay, so now we're trying to rally up here. So, but you have a lot of resistance going on. So you want to watch that 1.64 here, that 1.68, that 21-day, and then that 1.70 that's a very, very crucial level here. And then if you can get above that, we can hit that price channel sitting at 1.75, which lines up very, very nicely with that 200 SMA. It's all going to be based on if you can do something here with this key 8 SMA here. But look, it came down here. So really, what really worked today for me was that daily chart and knowing that that 1.58 was sitting there. Now remember, now cold, KOLD, in pre-market here, that got as high as 154.11. Now in regular market, it only got as high as 150.25. So that's where I did the scalping. It got the 3.5 points on the KOLD there. I didn't get the top, and I obviously didn't get the bottom there. Now remember, UNG in the pre-market, that hit 1477 also. Okay, so just always look at that where you can do that scalping first thing in the morning. Where, okay, 1477, UNG now is sitting at 1508, and it got as high as roughly 1519. Okay, so you had a good variance in patterns as far as the price goes. Okay, so a lot of times for me, it's the pre-market trading or the aftermarket trading that really can make you some good money. So always keep that in mind. But here on this natural gas here, what we're really doing is it really needs to hold that 1.58. If you don't, you're going to go to the 1.57 and then maybe even retest down to 1.52. So it has to get above here. But what I'm kind of looking for here is if at least you can get up here in this, where this price channel is at that 1.67 or maybe even attack that 1.70. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out today. But remember, with natural gas, have patience. Okay, so I never take this overnight. So when I say I'm flat, that means I have no position, long or short. I wait till the morning and then I see what is available. Like today, I looked at it and I said, okay, this is selling off here. Can I scalp a little bit of that KOLD on the short side? And yeah, it seemed to work out. And then I got 20 cents so far out of the UNG. So I'm going to see how this is all going to shake out here. I'm looking for another trade here, either long or short. Okay, so never have an opinion on what it's going to do. But again, if you come in there and you say, oh, geez, this is way down, never panic, never worry. Natural gas or anything usually gives you, especially like crude oil or any kind of these commodities, always let you get a chance to get back into the game, okay? So always remember that. Remember, you don't gain or lose unless you buy or sell, okay? So even if you're holding position and you say, hey, I'm down X amount of dollars, yeah, on paper. But if you don't sell it, you're not down anything, okay? So always remember that. All right, let's take a look here and see what's going on with crude oil. Okay, crude oil. Now, if you watch my video on Friday, you'll know that I said I'm going to go out flat on natural gas, but I'm going to be long crude. Okay, even though we had these red candles here, because what we had was an inside day here. Okay, and this obviously here, when you see this candle, that is not a bear flag situation. Okay, so what you need to do on a bear flag, it has to be like this. We have a big red candle, then you have it moves right up either 2-3 days, but you can't get to the top of that candle, okay? And then when it comes down, it makes another all the way on down again, okay? So always remember, that's not a bear flag. So you can go back to the video. I'm long crude, okay? And I was flat natural gas, okay? So now what do we have here today? Well, we look at today's high. You say, okay, I was always pointing out this 8 SMA here. We got above that. Then we pointed out this 81.62. We got above that. We got above this candle here at the 81.92. And then I pointed out this candle right here. Okay, so what is this candle? 82.50. Where did we go today? 82.48. Okay, so that is your resistance. If you can get above that, then what we do is we go to the top of this candle, 82.65. And then we have your 100-day over here sitting at 83.09. And then you have your 83.12 retest, okay? So always look to the left of the chart. So when you see that, you say, why did it stop right there? Because of this candle right here that's within 2 cents of it. That is your resistance level, okay? So now we got to see how it shakes out at the end of the day, okay? So that's what we're looking for. So I dumped it out at UCO at 32.75. That's what I wanted to. It got as high as 32.82, so I didn't get the top. I don't care if I get the top. I don't care if I get the bottom. I'm just looking at that, what that meat is in the center. That's the key. So now what we have to do on the downside is we want to watch this key level here, 81.48. You need to hold that on a closing basis here today. Okay, that is going to be a key. You just don't want one of these sticky candles like here, okay, or like here, come all the way on down here again and close below that 8 SMA. That would not be good. Okay, if that 8 SMA is lost here, then you just follow the candles. What do you have? 80.59, we have here is you have 80.42, and then we have 80.30. That's going to be very, very key level. If that's lost here, we have 79.99 and you have 79.90. Then you have your 21 days sitting here at 79.69. Very, very crucial. Now you want to throw this 8 SMA in a mix here at 79.11 if that 79.69 is lost here before you hit that 200 day. So always watch that, Ken. The simple moving average here on your weekly, that is very, very good. And it's also going to be good for the end of the week here, which will be Thursday this week. Okay, so you really want to hold that 8 day and at least that 50 SMA here on a closing basis on Thursday because it's a shortened week. Now, this upside, see, we can look at the top of that candle, okay? That's at 83.12, but you want to look at that 100-day first because last time it went right into it and it was about 20 cents short. Now that 100-day is rolling over here. So now you want to look at that 83.09. Can it get above that, or is it going to hit that and just come right back down again? Okay, so very, very cautious here. So when you're trading, okay, so I am watching right now this 8 SMA, 81.43, on a closing basis. If that's lost, we'll follow the candles all the way on down here, and then we'll look here to the top, and then basically your 21-day is key. If that's lost, you look here to this 8 SMA, that's 79.10, and then we look here to your 200-day at 78.47. Those are your key levels here. On the upside, you want to watch, obviously, today's high at 82.48, 82.50 level, and then we come up here to your 82.65, and then your big retest there at 83.12. But watch that 100-day, 83.09, could be very, very critical, just like it was last week when the candle ran right on in. Okay, now your RSI here, you're looking good here. Your MACD, your green is still above your red, looking good. Green above your red shows good momentum, looking very, very bullish. Okay, so let's just see how this all shakes out here. Now, I'm going to be looking here for another scalp on the UCO. We'll see where exactly it's going to land today compared to where this 8 SMA is. All right, that's what I got for you midday trading. I'll have more in-depth on crude and natural gas here after the pit close. Thanks for watching.